the sensor models. Actually, for tracking mechanism, we are having two sensor models. The first one is called DOA. The another one is called TDOA. What is DOA? DOA, which is nothing but acoustic amplitude sensors and direction of arrival. So for this particular model, we have both direction as well as acoustic. Two types of sensor models they have used. The first one is acoustic amplitude sensor model. It measures the sound amplitude at the microphone and it will estimate the distance to the target based on acoustic principle. In acoustic, it consists of a microphone array and they have used the technique called beam forming technique. In DOA sensor, it can also determine the direction from which the sound comes. And one more thing, when you are talking of this DOA, we have one more distance based sensor that will also estimating the signal. TDOA, which is nothing but time difference of arrival. So totally, when you are talking about in direction of arrival, one more thing, that is TDOA. Basically, there are two models, that is acoustic amplitude sensors and direction of arrival sensor. In these types, they have used only the microphone because of their affordability. That means it is very low cost, and moreover, the construction point of view, it is very easy, and for computation is also very good. It is very sensitive. You can able to attach this component along with some other like video camera or motion sensors, infrared, whatever the components you want to attach with the microphone. It is very easy. That is the reason for the design of these sensors, they have used the microphone, but which will be in the form of arrays. You all know what is the meaning of array, right? So in array form means it is like in row column wise. So you can able to connect so many microphones in a single unit. That is possible. So when you are talking of this acoustic amplitude sensor, if you are assuming the sound source is a point source and the sound propagation is lossless, actually here they are just calculating the root mean square value, that is called RMS, root mean square. So the amplitude measurement, it is in the form of scalar notation. The amplitude Z, which is equal to A divided by modulus of x minus zeta plus W, where a small a, which is nothing but RMS amplitude of the sound source, the epsilon, which is nothing but the location where the sensor is, and the W, which is nothing but what was the noise present in the measurement. Actually for this they have used Gaussian noise. The Gaussian noise, which is nothing but, you all heard about Gaussian curve. It's like a bell-shaped curve. In that, from that they are just calculating the noise value. So if they are plotting, they are getting the graph like that. Actually this is the function used for getting this is called likelihood operation. The algorithm they have used is in likelihood, and out of this operation they have just plot the graph like this, and the plot you can able to see so many grid lines over there, and inside that you have a small circle in the mid portion and one cross over there. So here the circle one, which was the representation of sensor location, the circle one, which is the representation where the sensor is located, and the plus sign, which was the indication of your target location. So this is how they can able to point out the sensor as well as true target location. So this is how they have got the likelihood function P of x for acoustic amplitude sensors. That is how they are getting the signal. So this particular thing is in simplistic process, and they can able to be placed with some other technique also. So this is how they are tracking of the particular target using acoustic amplitude sensor. The next one is called it as an DOA sensor. So DOA sensor, the amplitude sensing provides a range estimate, and for DOA sensor here the estimation is it's not very compact. It is limited in accuracy due to a uniform source amplitude model, and the limitation is making the addition of target bearing estimation, and here the algorithm used is beamforming technique, and generally it was used in radar, speech processing and wireless communication to enhancing the signal received at an array of sensors. And the calculation of this one is for a particular location, the mth location of a microphone means it is nothing but Gm of t, which is equal to S naught of t minus Tm plus Wm. And what is that indication? The time, the t, which is nothing but the time where the data is going to calculate it, and Gm S naught which is nothing but the source signal, and Wm which is nothing but noise, and the noise is nothing but white Gaussian, and Tm which is nothing but a time delay signal, and which is the function of direction of arrival from the theta. That is nothing but here we are just going to calculate the distance between two sensors. You can just look at the diagram of this. Here we are having two sensors, sensor 1 and sensor 2. So the small d, which is what? The distance between sensor 2 and sensor 1, and the dotted here one, the portion. Here we are just finding the target. So from the location, they are drawing the lines. So using that, they are calculated the bearing angle theta. So the relative time delay Tm, which is equal to d by c into sin theta. This is how they are calculating the propagation of the sound. So c, which is nothing but the small c, which is nothing but, you all know, it is a speed of sound propagation, and d, which is nothing but a distance between these two sensors, and theta, which is nothing but it is a bearing angle. It is a function of an angle, and it is also called as a direction of angle. So this is how they are calculating using this DOA sensor. So here you can look at, this is one example of the DOA sensor. This DOA sensor they used to call it as an WINGS NG 2.0. So WINGS NG 2.0, which is nothing but, you can just look at, here we have a sensing microphone array which was placed in 4 locations, and which was consist of an it's like a box. So this is the portion where the DOA sensor arrangement and angle convention. So here you can just look, this is the magnetic north location, target position, and the array centroid portion. So this is how this 1, 2, 3, 4, these are the location of the sensor node, how they are situated. So how the number of DOA estimation algorithm have been developed using this DOA sensor configuration. And here they have used the algorithm called least square as well as maximum likelihood operations. So using these two algorithms, they are just calculating the tracking of a particular position of the sensor. This is how they have estimated. So using that DOA algorithm, we can have multiple sources. Using that, we can calculate it. And moreover, here they have used the model which is called as a Gaussian function. So after calculating those, how the performance variance, the performance index of those sensors, the first one is detectability, accuracy, scalability, survivability, then source, obstacle density, then network sleep efficiency. These are all the performance they are calculating out of these two models. So what is the meaning of detectability? So detectability, which is nothing but how it is reliable and timely can the system detect the physical location. That is what detectable. So it is also it's like coverage and the detection resolution. Then accuracy, which is nothing but how it is closeness to my target location, how it localizing the target, how my system is detecting the target, how close it was. That was the accuracy. So while you are doing that, we can able to calculate the deviation from which location my target was. Then scalability. Scalability, which is nothing but it is a size of a network as well as the number of physical stimuli. Stimuli means it is nothing but your location of the the signals and the number of active queries increase. Then survivability, which is nothing but while you are connecting the codes, what will be the problems. If a particular node get affected with any failure, or if there is any attack, or if there is some other problem, then if the problem comes whether the node can able to operate or it is in the state of death situation, that is what we used to call it as in survivability. So if a particular node doesn't have a bandwidth and it doesn't have a particular source of energy, then it could not able to survive with the operation. That is what called survivability. The next one is call it as a signal to noise ratio. So signal to noise ratio, which is nothing but the calculation of sound pressure level to the reference distance over SPL. That is SPL, which is nothing but sound pressure level, and it was calculated using a decibel. So this is measured as a SNR at a reference distance from the signal source. So this is how it was calculated. The next one is about obstacle density. Obstacle density means which is nothing but whatever the obstacle which was present as a target sensor pair. So if there is an obstacle, then you can't able to transmit the signal. Then network sleep efficiency, that is how many number of hours the target tracking versus the total number of node hours it was in the awake mode or it is in sleep mode, how you are going to calculate. That is how the efficiency calculation. So out of these performance index, we can have the model for tracking whatever the target position. This is how they have calculated. Thank you.